Sportsman. Welcome to Eric Bunk's Vintage Sportsman today. Today is Sunday, and we are doing a little segment here, our book review, and we're going to bring you into a hunt, and we're going to talk about aggressive hunting and aggressive tactics. Usually we're taught to sit quiet, and that works really well, and don't move and sit, but calling deer and being aggressive is very, very effective sometimes in bringing in a white-tailed deer, or just, when you want to, spice things up in your hunt. So we'll go into that, but I just want to do a quick book review here, and some required reading during the winter time. You get the wood stove going, and these are some authors and some books that I think you'll really, really enjoy. Roger Rothar, everybody knows who he is. Amazing book here. And this book, Whitetail Magic, I mean, this guy was the master. Awesome, just awesome book, and just required reading. And he did it with a recurve, and even they, the compound hunters too. God bless them. It doesn't matter what you shoot, whatever you prefer. But just with a recurve, I can't use a tree stand. I can't shoot a deer. I can't effectively shoot with a recurve out of a tree stand, so I don't do it. I just can't. I just can't do it. So I sit on the ground, and we know that story. But anyway, yes, excellent reading. Just all about him and big bucks and what it takes to get these big deer. And hopefully someday I'll get to get a big buck, but when you're on the ground, I hunt with basically like precision hunting. I don't shoot over 10 yards. So, like a trapper has to be such a good woodsman that he has to place that trap where the animal's going to set its paw. So that is pretty interesting in itself, to be that much of a woodsman, to be that precision. So just like I can't be 50 yards, 40 yards, I need to be 10 yards to get that deer to make an effective killing shot, so that I'm confident that I'll make a killing shot. But another one, M.R. James. Everybody knows M.R. James. This is his latest book, and the Bow Hunting Gospel. And he was nice enough to even sign it, if you can see that, which is really cool. And M.R., happy birthday. I know it was his birthday recently. And just an excellent book. Just when you think everything has been written about deer hunting, M.R. hits it out of the park again. And he's done it before. This book is definitely great. Unforgettable Bow Hunters. Another great book. I mean, it just goes over between Chuck Adams, Ted Nugent, Fred Bear. I mean, just so many things in here, and some other hunters that you may not even know of, and some interesting stories. Will Jamino, he's in there, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. 9/11 hero, bow hunter. He's in this book. God bless. I know he's out there on Facebook. God bless you. And just an excellent book. And this one, if you can find it, when I was 18 years old, Targeteers Archery, I saw Ben Lee at doing an appearance down here in Saddlebrook, New Jersey, and I bought this book. And another excellent deer hunting book. And you know what? It was written at the time, a simpler time, shall I put it. There's old Ben. And everybody that looks up talks about Ben Lee was one of the greatest storytellers and outdoorsmen ever. And this book is just written in plain, simple talk, which is really what I like. The fact about it is it's just written from just an old country boy's perspective, and that's what Ben was. And just an amazing book. If you can find this book, it's one of my most treasured possessions, and I'll never forget. Actually, and I bought this sweater at Targeteers the same day when I was 18 years old, 1988, and there it is, Ben Lee's Formula for Deer Hunting. Just an amazing book, and there he is there. Talk about a tree stand to the old timers right there, right? An old compound bow bear sitting up in a crotch of a tree down south. That was Ben. Ben was something else. Ben was something else. And then you have here another one, if you can find it, Art Laha, Northwoods legend, and he was a legend indeed. And very interesting book, very interesting. And you know, once again, a different time. You know, it was a different time. And, you know, you can go hunting in Alaska and they can go hunting for this big game that didn't cost $1 million and you didn't have to be rich. You know, you went up, you bought yourself your tags, $20 or wherever it was, and you got your tags and permits. But crazy stuff. But in 1 minute, I'm going to come and show you another book that which ties into our hunt coming up. Okay, folks, this is our final book, another classic. Noel Feather, Battling Bucks, and I have a tape to go with it. Now, for you, those of you that don't know, Noel made a couple of mistakes, and I'm not going to go into it. I don't want to bring that negativity here, but I just want to remember as a kid looking up to this man and what he did in the beginning. And if you want to read about it, actually in this book, Unforgettable Bow Hunters, it tells his story. But regardless what you think about him, for me, I'm just going to go back to when I was an 18, 19-year-old kid, and I picked up this book, and I was about the deer hunting. You know, it wasn't about, you know, you dreamed about big bucks. You maybe saw one once in a while, and if you were lucky enough to even get near one, you never thought to even take one. You know, it was just amazing, and I just want to remember it like it was. So maybe I'm wrong, you know, I want to try to think of a simpler time. That's what this channel's about, and I'm just going to remember it like I remember it. So, I mean, if you don't care for the man, that's fine. I understand he you know, some of that what happened was, it was what it was. But that aside, let's just stick to the hunting, and let's stick to the positivity of what you can learn. It's a good book. It shows your horn rattling, and like I said, I learned most from Pete Fiducia was really, I'd have to say, any of his books you can get are amazing. I'm not kidding you there. I mean, thorough, very thorough. But this is just for those guys who are into retro, which all of us here, I'm sure, are on the same page. But just interesting book, and the thread on this and the thing is, be aggressive sometimes. Sometimes you have to go out and get the deer. You got to push yourself. Now, you may not get them every time. Like, I don't get them every time because, like I said, I have to be 10 yards away from that deer. I want to be very close. I want to be precision, because in the past, I've realized that with the recurve, for me, I had one time where I had a perfect shot. The arrow flew perfect, and the deer took one step forward, and that arrow, which was a vital shot, was no longer a vital shot. And you never want to be in that position. You know, it makes you sick to your stomach when you make a bad shot. That being said, I realized that no matter how accurate my shot is, the twang of the bowstring, the arrow getting there, for me, I just want to be in close range. Plus, it's more exciting. And no, I don't get the deer that other people do, you know. I don't get the amounts, you know, and sometimes it's because of my own laziness too. If you're having a day where you're sitting for a while and you're like, you know, and you're just not feeling it, or it's just you get antsy and you want to walk over the next ridge. But once again, I've said it over and over, I'm out to have fun. If I'm not having fun, then why am I out there? So I hunt for me. I don't hunt to impress anybody. I'm just having fun. So I own my hunt, and I'm going to do what I want. So in the end, if I don't get the deer, I don't get the deer. But we're going to show you in this upcoming hunt how being aggressive can get you at least a sight, which is just as exciting. I mean, sometimes even if the deer, in this case, wasn't a legal deer, it was the excitement. So I want to bring you into this hunt, and stay tuned. You're going to enjoy it. Okay, guys, we're going into the woods. We're going to do some rattling, some grunting, and try to call on some deer in one of our spots. The spot I was in when I was checking trail cameras, where I had those Christmas trees all set up. We're going to go into there and we'll see if we can call something from the open hardwoods. So it's right around that magic time, November 15th. We all know that's the peak of the rut. So we'll see if we can get a deer to come into our calling. I mean, sometimes you got to be aggressive. Sometimes just sitting and waiting isn't good enough. So stay tuned. We'll see what we can get. Hey guys, was that hunt exciting? Boy, them rattling horns, let me tell you. You think it's only for Texas or out west or Midwest? It works in New Jersey, you know. I have to give credit to Peter J. Fiducia. If you can ever watch The Deer Doctor, if you ever read his books or see his videos, that's who I, learned about horn rattling from. And the old timers, Noel Feather, you remember Noel Feather from back in the day. I watched all those guys, and you mess around and experiment. I'm not an expert horn rattler. I just mess around and see what I see in the videos and things like that. And you see that deer came in, and it was just a buck that wasn't legal. I couldn't shoot him because he has to have 3 on one side in my zone, and it just happened so fast. But we're back at the cabin now. We're going to make some dinner and get a fire going because it's cold and rainy out there now. So, but it was just exciting just to see the reaction. Now, I don't know if it comes up through on camera, but when that deer came through, he was breathing heavy and he was just had his mouth halfway open and he was looking. And I don't know if that comes through on the camera or not. I haven't looked at the footage yet, but it was just happened so fast. It was exciting. And just to see the deer react to the grunting and the rattling horn. So guys, wherever you're at, just try things, experiment. So that was an exciting hunt. So we didn't get them, it wasn't a legal deer, but still, that's the part of hunting. It was a fun time. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be on to our next hunt and see what happens. Hopefully we get one, and if not, it's part of it's the breaks, So we'll stay tuned and we'll see what happens next. Okay, that's all for our show for tonight. And I just want to thank you for coming here and watching my channel. And just want to say God bless and thank you for taking the time to come and visit with us. So we'll see you again soon. Take care.